Hey everybody, welcome to Comic Booked. I am Aaron, editor-in-chief of Comic Booked, and I do an editor's haul every week, usually every week. Last week I wasn't able to get my book, so this week we kind of doubled up, and I'm breaking my haul down into 3 independent videos, so we can kind of keep them short, keep you interested, because I know you don't want to sit here for an hour while I go through all my books from 2 weeks. So we're going to start out with Marvel. A little different than we normally do, but I'm just going to go through the Marvel books that I got, and these will be books from last week and this week that I picked up. So we got the big finale to Disney Kingdom's The Haunted Mansion, issue 5 there. So the pretty cool cover is the ghosts are now helping the kid to find the treasure and defeat the bad guys and all that stuff to hopefully free them from the mansion in the end. So we'll see how that all wraps up. And I haven't heard anything new, any news on what's coming next from Disney Kingdoms, but I know they have a lot of different things in the works. So it's been pretty interesting with Figment and Big Thunder Mountain and several other things that they've had with Figment 2 and now I can't even remember what the first or the other one was that they had, but they've had some good ones. Very interesting stuff based on rides or ideas for rides from Disney. So that's pretty cool. Also, this week, Star Wars, and this is The Force Awakens movie adaptation, issue number 2. So you got some cool stuff there. And this is pretty interesting because you do get a little more in-depth story than maybe you get from watching the actual movie. So as they go through the script for the movie and give you some more details. So it's worth picking up. Something this week that I picked up, which was something new, and this is the Symptom Marble Symptom number 1. I picked this up, and then there was also a variant cover, and I don't usually pick these up either, but this was Invincible Iron Man, and it had a Symptom variant cover, which I thought that was really cool with the little guys in the background. So I guess this is a big thing. They've only been around for a couple years, but there are big collections out there, and there are people who are really into these things. They're little stuffed or vinyl things that you stack up, and they have different different sizes and different shapes and different characters, and yeah, so they're doing a comic book based on it. I don't know, sounds kind of weird. We'll see. This week, Steve Rogers Captain America number 3. I got the Death of X variant there with Mystique on the cover, so we'll find out exactly what's going on with the story as we continue to try to figure out the whole Captain America Hydra thing and how Red Skull has used a cosmic cube to basically influence Steve Rogers' recreation by Kobik. So we'll see how that plays out. Civil War 2 continues with issue number 4. Last issue, if you guys haven't read it yet, I'm about to spoil. The big thing with issue 3 was that Bruce Banner was killed by Hawkeye, and he was killed with an arrow that Banner had actually given him and told him what to do if ever something like this happened where he needed to be put down. So we have the death of Bruce Banner, the death of the Hulk in Civil War 2 number 3. So we'll see the repercussions of that now in issue 4. So it's been pretty interesting so far. We've got the Mighty Thor number 9, as we've got the Exterminatrix, I believe is her name. She's the daughter of Mr. Gold or something. I don't even remember his name. He was some B-list villain back in the day, and now she's actually shown up after Original Sin. She kind of came back into the limelight and has really played into a few little storylines, but nothing real big. So she's coming back into the Mighty Thor as we find out what's going to happen with Jane Foster being Thor and all of that. So we have the Odinson, the Unworthy Thor, I think the new one's called, or the Unworthy One or something like that. That's going to be his story. So maybe we'll get some more detail as to what was whispered in his ear back in Original Sin that made him unworthy to hold the hammer. Spider-Gwen number 10. Looks like we might have the Puma showing up here. So that's pretty cool. We'll find out what that's all about. But so far, I've liked this book. It's a little different. It's not so much like Gem and the Holograms or something like that, but it's a lighter kind of story. But there's still a lot of drama and things going on. A lot of things to deal with, like a good Spider-Man book should have. Uncanny XMen number 11. This issue is a little thicker. I'm not sure what's going on in this one yet. We've had a lot of stuff with the Apocalypse Wars, and it looks like maybe that's over now. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've kind of feel like I'm out of touch with this one. I don't know what's going on right now. But, it's Magneto's team, Sabretooth, and a bunch of other folks, Psylocke, and some other folks in the team. So it's still continuing to be pretty good, but I'm debating on which of these I'm going to be keeping. I've really cut down on my Marvel. You can see 2 weeks worth of Marvel. There's not a whole lot of stuff. Uncanny Avengers, number 11. Another one I may be dropping. I'm not sure. I kind of like it, but I kind of am not real sure of the direction the story's taken. Extraordinary XMen, number 12. This is another Apocalypse Wars book. So this is with this is the one with Colossus and everybody in the future, and all the stuff that's going on. They're trying to save the 600 mutant embryos that were taken to the future and save them from Apocalypse's minions, Deadpool and Moon Knight and Venom. So it's been pretty good, pretty interesting. I like Humberto Ramos's art on this. It's pretty cool. So it's worth picking up. All new, all different Avengers. Looks like we got Spider-Man showing up in this one. I'm sorry, Miles Morales is in this one, and he's holding something shiny. So we don't know. Negabands, maybe? Negabands, because we knew the Negabands are coming back. So, or quantum bands, whatever they're called. Now, seems like this stuff changes all the time. But yeah, so pretty cool. If those are the bands that that guy used to wear. Civil War II crossover with Uncanny Humans, number 12. And you got Medusa's hair all tangled up there, being manipulated by somebody. And Medusa and Iron Man, it looks like, tangled in the web. And then New Avengers 14 is also Civil War II crossover. Looks like we got Dum Dum Dugan and Dum Dum Dugan and Dum Dum Dugan against AIM. So this has been pretty interesting. Again, not real sure I'm going to keep getting New Avengers. We'll see. I'll let Civil War II play out, and then we'll decide after that. So that's it for Marvel books for the last 2 weeks. This will be for July the 28th, I believe, 27th, and then August the 3rd. So a lot of good stuff. Most of it should still be available in newsstand if you want to go back and get it. Some of the stuff, like the Tsum Tsum number 1, Marvel Tsum Tsum, that's out on the shelves right now. There's a whole bunch of different variant covers for that. Lots of stuff to pick up. So stay tuned for 2 more hauls, as I'm going to do our indie stuff together and then DC separate, so you can kind of see, pick and choose whichever one you want. This was the Marvel edition of the Editor's Hall for 2 weeks. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Definitely leave me some comments about what Marvel books you're really enjoying, which ones you aren't, which ones you're going to drop, which ones you might want to pick up. And I'll see you next time. Go read more comics.